Hey, it's MK, and I am here with another Kit Conspiracy layout for you guys today. And today I am going to be using these stamps right here from the Artful Ledgers 01 set. I can't wait to see if there's 2 or 3s. I'm going to be using the Scattered Straw Distress ink as well as Ground Espresso. I have 2 stencils picked out because I'm going to layer up a couple stencils. I am going to wipe off this red though because I don't think that'll match. I have my stencil that I used from the Advent calendar. It's actually from last year's Advent calendar. And then this is the postcard stencil from Dusty Attic. I have this rub-on set from the Hidden Creek collection by Arden Create Studios, or Studio, no S. I also have the die cut pieces as well as a few laser cut pieces. Now the laser cut pieces are uber super delicate. I definitely learned my lesson by poking them all out at once. I should have poked them as I was using them because some of them have broken and fell apart because I was just a little too rough with them and not expecting them to be so delicate. They are very, very delicate pieces, but they're going to look amazing on any layout. So here are a couple of the leaves and things that I'm pretty sure I broke. But it's okay. Once you actually put them on your layout, it's not, nobody's going to notice, and it's actually probably going to be easier. I'm going to try to use one of these little film strips. I wasn't sure, or I wasn't expecting it to be as light as it is. The pictures make it look like it's really bright and bold, and these are very pastel-y, and I can almost not see them. So I'm going to give it a try and see what I can do with it. I've also got a couple of my pieces, the acrylic birds, or the acrylic eagles, as well as my eagle token, but I don't end up using everything. I've got 2 photos of this totem, this eagle totem in Ketchikan, Alaska, and then these are the papers that I will be using. Sorry, I fell behind trying to babble about the laser cut pieces. I apologize. All right, so I've got 2 pieces of paper that I cannot wait to see if this actually works or not. So I'm going to start off by using this this background, this messy background piece. It's going to be my background. Yes, that's it. It's going to be my background, and then I'm going to cut my photos apart so that way I could do my trace that I like to do, so I know where the mixed media needs to go. I don't know if I can ever start a mixed media page without drawing these outlines, you guys. I don't even know if I can try. So I'm going to go ahead and just very quickly draw the outline. I'm not even going to map my photos yet because I really want the outline to be smaller than what I'm putting in that little spot. So that way I know I have enough mixed media poking, that's a word now, out from outside of my area. So I just want a little bit of this yellow. I wasn't even sure how it was going to look. So I'm using my acrylic block as a paintbrush. I really like how I just like how it doesn't leave the paint strokes, and it also does not, I don't know, it just really gives me that look that I'm going for that I can't get with a paintbrush for some reason. I'm also noticing here as my ink is pooling up that there's got to be some sort of coating on this paper, you guys, that is not allowing the paint to soak in right away. That's awesome. That is the best news ever for mixed media artists, you guys. I did not know this, but see how the ink did not want to stay where I put it? It will dry eventually, I promise, but the ink pooled up and left little beads on there. And so that was great news for mixed media, because now I know that I can put a little bit of water on this and it's not going to instantly soak in like some papers do. And I'm able to actually play around a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to start layering my second stencil. Now this one is going to be very pastel, very light. I'm only doing it in certain areas and just giving a little haze of ink. I didn't even go full pressure. I just wanted the pattern basically in the background, like it's an overlay, like it's no, it's not an overlay. I don't know what the word is. And I'm only going to use my fingers here, and all I'm using are the little lines that came in the stamp set. I'm not using anything else but those little lines, and I'll tap it in my ink pad once, and then do 4 or 5 little taps with it. So in the almost in the exact same spot, but not in the exact same spot. It'd be a miracle if I could do that. Just to make it look like it's a fuzzy line rather than a perfect line. That way, if I don't get it straight, it looks like it was meant to be all wonky and discombobulated. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut apart some of these. I'm going to go ahead and cut apart some of these cut apart cards as well as the stripes. So I'm using the cut apart cards that I don't want to use. That'll be my striped side. And then the cards that I do want to use will be the card side, if that makes any sense. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. I do end up cutting out one more card because I like how this gray one has those little gray accents and things. And I think I want that on both of my photos. So I'm going to end up actually double matting my photos, but not squarely double matte. I'm going to do one squared up and then the other one's going to be a little wonky matte. So you can see a little bit of those stripes. I didn't want the stripes to be so prominent that they stole the show, because I really liked the colors of the eagle and I really wanted to keep the colors of the eagle, even though what you guys see it's just a brown bird. Yes, it is. But his tail feathers have a lot of color to him and stuff when you look at it close up and personal. So I'm going to go ahead and use my edge distressor and just distress all of the edges. And depending on how hard you push with the edge distressor is how hard or how much distress you're actually going to put on your papers. So it just depends on how much distressing you want done. And then you just dig in deeper, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue my papers down, or I should say my photos. I haven't glued them to the page yet. I just glued the photo mats together with the pictures. I'm going to figure out which rub-on that I want to use, and right away, as soon as I cut into this, I instantly realize that this rub-on is good quality. Like the plastic little sheeting that the image comes on is almost like a piece of paper. It's very stiff, very like a stencil type of paper. So I'm very impressed with that. It doesn't take any rubbing at all, to be honest. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it in half and then apply it in 2 different spots on my page. And then just rub. I already lost the little tool that it came with. The little popsicle stick, but I keep these little plastic ones in one of my little milk crates that I have, so it's all nice and handy. One of the other things too is that I thought I was struggling with the rub-on not sticking, but really it's not the rub-on. It was the fact that the carrier sheet for the rub-on is so stiff that it wasn't bending back like I'm used to with the other rub-ons, with the other manufactured rub-ons. So yes, that is what that I wasn't aware of just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and just use these elements for these pocket cards. So what I did was I cut out the little label, but I didn't want it straight on. So I'm going to cut out the label and then put it back in its hole, but I'm going to make the hole crooked, if that makes any sense. So I didn't want it to go back right where it was, but be straight. So I definitely wanted some sort of angle and a little bit of this pattern to shine through. Even though I'm not using the pattern anywhere else, I still have all of the colors represented. This little ticket here definitely has all of the colors that are in the little plaid. I just couldn't pass up that plaid. I'm sorry. I have a couple birds. I keep calling them birds. They're eagles. And I know that I'm not going to use the sitting one because the eagle in my picture is spread wings and flying. So I knew instantly I was going to use my flying eagles. Did I need to use both of them? Probably not. But I wanted to. I really did. I felt like they were going to look so good on this layout. Okay, so I went ahead and I distressed the edges of the white piece of floral, the one that came, it's actually a die cut. And then the ones that don't have a white border are the laser cut pieces. And so I distressed the edge of the border, and then I'm going to distress the edges of the laser cut, but they're made out of two different materials. The laser cut one is a lot stiffer than the die cuts. And so I do definitely have a hard time trying to distress these edges without actually tearing the delicate pieces, just because they were so stiff. And so I just do a very light distressing, and most of that is for a little bit of lift. I just want to bring some life to my layout because I don't have any dimension at all except for what I'm adding right now with the distressing. I like my tiny little bit of yellow peeking through everything. I wasn't really sure what this layout was going to look like at first. I just really knew that I wanted to keep it simple and sweet. And I don't know. I think I just wanted to, see how much I could throw on here as far as embellishments go. That's not fair. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the little pieces here. I've got my eagles flying across my page. I love it. This giant eagle actually is going to be a great job, or do a great job of covering up most of the white spots that I couldn't cut out from the floral bits. I did end up fussy cutting around this floral bit, but in the layouts to come, I do not do that because it's very time consuming. I just decided I'm going to distress the edges and call them good. Tuck in a little compass because to be honest, the story behind this eagle is that it is facing towards the town of Ketchikan, and it is mooning the town of Juneau. So we got a little kick out of that when they told us that. So yes, it is mooning its neighbor's Juneau on the other side of the ocean. Not the other side of the ocean, but you know what I mean. It's the Ketchikan and Juneau are both islands. And so, yes, there is an ocean between them. It's just the ocean water, not an actual entire ocean. So anyways, that we just got a kick out of it, and it was super fun. So we had to take a couple selfies in front of the mooning eagle. It has a name as well, and they say it so fast that we couldn't grasp it. So I do apologize for not knowing the eagle's name, or maybe it's how to say eagle in the language that's there, and I can't even pronounce the locals. And I apologize, you guys. It is such a unique language. It is really cool. So, and there's a lot of representation there. It is awesome. I really did enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish gluing everything down, making sure that my distress didn't flatten while I was pushing on it, and gluing everything down. And that is my layout for today, my very first layout using the Hidden Creek collection. I absolutely am in love with it. I love my little bit of mixed media. I have been loving all of the mixed media that I've been doing lately. And it's fun, and it's quick, and it's easy. That's one of the things. But I'm super stoked to find out that this paper has some sort of treatment on it, and it didn't soak in the water as fast as I was expecting it to. So that was just a total bonus. I loved it. All right, you guys, don't forget to check out the links that I have down below for Kit Conspiracy. And please, please, please go check out Janet Fritz's channel, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube, because she is my partner in crime when it comes to Kit Conspiracy. This is our series together, and it is so much fun to see what she does and how she does it. And then we get to see each other's layouts the next day and go, I did that too. It is so fun, you guys. It really is. All right. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will check y'all later. Bye.